And the Joey Jones Show continues from Mugshots Grill and Bar on Airport Boulevard. And as we get ready to play Navy today, let's look at the Navy offense coach. And of course, we all know it's an option attack. We had 2 weeks to prepare for him. Who made the schedule? That's pretty smart.
Well, I'm not going to make a comment on that, but I'm glad we had it at that time. Actually, the Sunbelt Conference sets our schedule for the year on our open days, and thank God it was before this one. So we needed it. Even with all the practices we've had, we're still thinking we need more time, but it's time to play, and our guys done a good job putting a good game plan in.
Is it tough to simulate that in practice? Because you can come pretty close, I've got to imagine, but how different is it from the real thing?
It's just the speed. I mean, our guys did a good job of doing what they do. They're just not doing it near as fast as how they do it. So I think in the game, the biggest deal, in my opinion, in this ball game is the speed of the game, how quickly we get adjusted to what they do. And if we can do that early, the earlier the better.
And you look at the stats, they've run for 2,800 yards, they've thrown for 900 yards. So you would think that's easy, but now you can't sit back on the pass because all of a sudden, you've got an 85-yarder because you're focused on the option. It's tough to make sure that pass doesn't get past you, right?
It really is, and you're sitting there. It's just like I remember playing in the wishbone when I was at Alabama. We didn't throw the ball very much, and when you threw it, all the safeties and corners are running up toward the line of scrimmage. You're running right by them, and it made you look like a good receiver because you're running right by them. But you have to really understand that you got to stop the run, but you also got to understand your responsibility. If our safeties and corners will do what they're supposed to do, be smart. Yes, they have to be aggressive on the run, but bottom line, they got to play their area. If they can do that, then that will be successful.
Yeah, is this an option offense that Coach Bryant would have been proud of?
Yes, they do a great job. They do a great job, and because nobody else is doing it, and they have a leg up on people.
And defensively for us, though, we're coming off what I think is a great game against Arkansas State. So mentally, physically, how are we on defense?
Good. I mean, I think we've played really well. We've gotten better as the year's gone, and this is a different challenge for us. But they're looking forward to it.
We're glad to bring in a guy that spends a little time on the defensive side of the ball. That's Freddie Roach. Coach, thanks for joining us here. And talk about the group of guys that you spend your time with at South Alabama.
I'm with the outside backers and defensive ends, and they've done a remarkable job. They've worked hard. They've done everything we've asked them to do, and it's hard to find kids that come in and come to work every day and want to get better.
And talk about how they have gotten better from the time you started.
Technique-wise, I know we're teaching them a little different stuff, and just the speed of the game and learn the defense and things like that. And they've given us 100%. And it's always good to see progress. As soon as you're going.
And many know you as Freddie Roach from the Alabama playing days. Do you ever get tired of having that question of talking about your Alabama days?
Not really, but I've moved on from that. And I'm no longer the football player, and I guarantee you I couldn't play any more snaps. So, now my job is to coach football and help kids become great men. And
you got started with that coaching career. You were on, or one of the staffs. You were on Coach Saban's staff early in his career at Alabama. What did you learn from him?
Just how to be organized and how to approach every day. He does a great job of that, and all the little things that you got to do to be productive. And I appreciate the opportunity he gave me, and I use it in my everyday life now.
So you're telling me Coach Saban's organized? I had no idea. Coach, when you look at Freddie and what he's brought to the staff, talk about some of his strengths and some of the things that he's doing for South Alabama.
Well, first of all, I think he has a great relationship with the players. They trust him. They want to play for him. And secondly, he pushes them. And as a coach, you want your kids to like you, but also you want them to respect you and play hard for you. And you got to have a mental toughness part to be a great player, and I think he brings that to the table for sure.
Hey, Coach, you have a background in strength and conditioning as well. How has that really changed the game in, say, the last 10, 15 years?
It's been a huge deal. And now kids are getting bigger, they're getting stronger, they're running faster. I don't know. When I first got to Alabama, I was too big to be a linebacker. Now you got linebackers bigger than I am. So,
right.
The kids are going to work hard, and that's the edge you get, the strength and conditioning deal. And, a lot of people who don't do it as well, they kind of, they see how much it actually can do. So it's been good, and we've got a great program, and Coach Swinn's doing a remarkable job, and which helps us out a lot.
Biggest strengths of the guys that you coach, what are some of the things that you go, man, these guys do this really well?
Probably leadership. And I'm honest when I say this. Every day they come to work. Alex Page and Pat Moore, the ringleaders of that group, and every day, you know, you have to get on to them every once in a while, but once they understand, they come to work, and you have to appreciate that as a coach.
Well, we petitioned the NCAA for 4 more years for those guys. That's okay, right?
I'd be up for it.
All right, so Navy this afternoon, obviously triple option. That's a tough thing to defend. How have you guys prepared for it defensively?
You know, it's assignment football. It's assignment football, and with that offense, they wait on an opportunity for the defense to have a miscue. And we just got to stay focused, do our job, and play hard, and everything else take care of itself.
And we talked with Coach earlier about, yeah, it is assignment football, but those assignments can change at the snap depending on the blocking technique. So it's not as simple as
There's
you
no
got
doubt.
the pitch man, you got
exactly.
the,
you know, blocking schemes can change the whole fit, and that's the thing. We've done a great job, and our players have done an excellent job of studying film and knowing what's coming and how to play it. And you know, like I said, it's very simple, but it's also very difficult.
At the same time, defensively, we're coming off one of our better games, certainly against Arkansas State. Why were we so successful?
I think the kids are getting more comfortable. I think they're getting more comfortable, which comes with confidence. And when you're confident, you can go out there and do a lot of things that you probably couldn't do. And not that they played terrible before, but I think now, as deeper we get in the season, the more confident they get, then you'll see it on Saturdays.
And it seems like a simple thing, just confidence. Well, why can't you have confidence? But it does. It's that little thing. You get one thing builds on another, and and all of a sudden you're playing lights out.
There's no doubt. And it's just like, if I was going on the golf course and I hit a couple of great shots, and I can probably play with Tiger Woods. So, that's how all sports go.
Well, if you do, man, let me know. I just want to be in the gallery. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
All right, Coach, we appreciate the time, man. Thanks. So keep up the good work. All right. Coming up, we'll take a look around the Sun Belt Conference and talk specifically about the Ragin' Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Their lead just got a little more comfortable. We'll talk about that and look ahead to today's games when we wrap it up on the Joey Jones Show on UTV 44.